Hello guys, welcome back to Haymanager and the England squad announcement for the European Qualifiers, World Cup European Qualifiers should I say, have been announced. Now there's a few absences in the squad, so for example we've got Jordan Pickford who hasn't made the side because he's pulled an abdominal muscle, Jadon Sancho because I believe there's a few quarantine difficulties with Borussia Dortmund in Germany, then we have for example Cresswell, who just hasn't made the side, a few other players. Well, we will be discussing that, but in terms of the team itself, I've got it right in front of me and you'll have it on your screen now. Dean Henderson, Sam Johnstone and Nick Pope, the three goalkeepers. Nick Pope probably going to be the number one now. Dean Henderson is sort of an understudy. Ben Chilwell, Connor Cody, a surprising one as well as Eric Dyer, a very surprising one as well. Reece James, fantastic that he's been brought in. I really like Reece James in himself. Harry Maguire was a definite. Tyrone Mings has been very impressive. Him and Conser another one. Very unlucky to miss out on a call-up, really. Luke Shaw has been phenomenal the past 6 months. He's been unreal, so he deserves a call-up, as to John Stones. Fantastic, he's got another call-up for England. Kieran Trippier, a surprising one really, but Atletico Madrid have been very, very good. I think they're still sitting top of the league in the Liga BBVA, or Liga Santander, Spanish League, I couldn't be sure. Kyle Walker as well being called up, he's had a fantastic season. Then a surprise few in the midfield, Jude Bellingham being called up. I've not really looked at Jude Bellingham's stats, but I'm surprised he's been called up for this England first team, really. Phil Foden, he's been called up as well, probably deserves it. Jesse Lingard in there, Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice and James Ward-Prowse. I can't really argue with the midfielders there, apart from perhaps Bellingham, but there's a few absences, as I said, including Grealish. Grealish, obviously we know he has got an injury at the moment, so he's not been able to join the side. Then up front, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's been having a fantastic season. Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, who I think is a phenomenal player, Raheem Sterling and Ollie Watkins getting a call up to England, which I'm very happy about that. So just in terms of how I think we'll line up, I think it'll be Nick Pope. In left back will be Luke Shaw for sure. Okay, Maguire and I reckon John Stones in that midfield will be a nice balance, and then right back will probably be Kyle Walker for now, but I think Ben Chilwell and Reece James will be the understudies to both, which would be quite interesting, and Kieran Trippier can sort of come in and out of that side where need be. So the back four will be Luke Shaw, John Stones, Maguire and Kyle Walker, which is sort of nice actually, because it's two United players, two Manchester City players, sort of the two partnerships on either side link up quite nicely. I think that's how we'll line up anyway. And then in the midfield, I think it'll be a 4-3-3 for sure. I can't see us playing anything other than that. I think it'll be Declan Rice in the hold for sure. It's got to be. Declan Rice has to play on that side. I think then as well, Mason Mount and Jesse Lingard might play as two midfielders. I'm not entirely sure how that would probably work, but they'll find a way to do it. But I believe Declan Rice is a definite, and then it'll be Jesse Lingard and Mason Mount purely from form. And then up front as a front three, I think it's got to be Harry Kane up front, ideally. You're looking at, this is the starting 11 for if there is a part of our strongest side for these World Cup qualifiers, which you alternate through. Rashford on the left, and I believe in fact, I'm going to take that back. I think it'll be Sterling on the left, Rashford on the right. I think he'll play Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane, Rashford, because that is a phenomenal front three. Jadon Sancho missing out, sadly. But I think then you can sort of bring in Ollie Watkins, who can play on the left-hand side, Saka can play on that right-hand side, and Calvert-Lewin can also play up front. I can see his reasons for doing so. Now then, we're going to move on to a few players that have been very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate to miss out on a few caps here. We'll start off with the first player, and I think Danny Ings is a bit unfortunate to be missing out. Southampton over the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks have been abysmal. They haven't been playing very good at all, but in 26 games and only under 2,000 minutes, he's managed to get 9 goals, 3 assists. And considering he had a few injuries as well, so coming back, finding that form, I think he's played very well. I think he's played very, very well considering. Expected goals, 0.34 per game. Every 3 games he's getting a goal. Is it good enough? Probably not. And then we have Calvert-Lewin and Kane, who are also better options, as well as Ollie Watkins, who's a bit of a younger player. But I think Danny Ings, as an instinct striker in a side that'll be high quality, probably deserves a bit of a call-up. I think he deserves to go to at least one Euros or a World Cup. I think he deserves it. And if he gets a move this summer, who knows, you might see him playing much better football for a different side. Perhaps he might even return to Liverpool, goodness knows. But we'll have to see how he performs next year, and if he can try and get into the England side for that World Cup. Another player, Aaron Cresswell. Now, I think this has been very harsh for Aaron Cresswell. If it's a toss-up between Ben Chilwell and Aaron Cresswell, I'm choosing Aaron Cresswell this year. 31 matches, 7 assists. He averages 0.43 dribbles a game per 90, which isn't fantastic, but West Ham are having a fantastic season. I know Chelsea, Chilwell is a fantastic player, but 7 assists a free kick dead ball specialist in Cresswell with the ball in. I guess you've got Luke Shaw as well, who's fantastic on that left side. But Aaron Cresswell, is pretty harsh to see him ruled out for the World Cup qualifiers. I hope he does get a chance to be in this England setup because he probably deserves it. He's had an absolutely sensational year. And yeah, I think more credit to him. Cresswell, he's fantastic. And then the last player, which has been a big surprise to a lot of the media, but not so much to myself and a few others, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, Liverpool have had a very average season. I'd call it average. It's not a bad season, it's just average. And 37 matches played, 3,023 minutes, which is a lot of games and a lot of minutes, to be honest. He's probably been one of the most consistent and reliable players for Liverpool. But then 5 assists, 52 tackles, you got 1.83 dribbles per 90. His stats look a bit better than Cresswell's, but Cresswell's had more assists. He doesn't tackle as much because he doesn't have to with the setup that David Moyes has, with that Declan Rice in that hold position. And he also just stands off the plays a lot more. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, there's no denying the creative ability of this man, how he gets forward. 1.83 dribbles per 90 just shows he's getting forward at least twice per game, trying to get into the back lines and create something with a few dribbles in behind. But yeah, I think it's harsh on Trent Alexander-Arnold to miss out so far. But yeah, I thought I'd just bring a little bit of an update, a little bit of a letting you know what my feelings are towards this squad announcement. It's a shame about Jadon Sancho missing out. It's a shame about other players missing out, such as Grealish. Tomori's a big one off the top of my head. Who else can I think of? Ezri Konsa, very unfortunate for him to miss out. Aston Villa have been phenomenal at the back. Tyrone Mings getting a call up, but it is sad to see. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame to see some of the players that haven't been brought. But who knows? The Euros might open up a few gaps. I can see Jude Bellingham getting swapped out for a Grealish. I can see some other players in here maybe not making the side. Perhaps Connor Cody definitely not making the side because Wolves have been not fantastic this year. But I think this is more to see a bit of an experiment to see which players you can sort of integrate into this Gareth Southgate style of football. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. I'll be doing more sort of quick videos like this, a few more intricate stuff. Quite like the England setup at the moment. It's interesting to see which players are going to be coming up. I'll be comparing full-backs, centre-backs, and then midfielders, well, defensive midfielders, attacking midfielders, wingers and strikers towards the building up towards the Euros and comparing a few players through there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we play in these games. I'll have to do a few game analysis on the games of the European qualifiers. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Hope you did enjoy the video. As I said, leave a like if you did, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next episode. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.